Nobody Who's Somebody, Penelope.
And this is your boy, Kevin. I'm just giving you just one man's opinion, and welcome to Unsolicited Advice.
Yes.
How you feeling, man?
You know, just one of them days.
Oh, yeah, he's hit with the Monica. And let me tell you, I'm a Monica over Brandy. That's what it comes down to, Monica over Brandy.
No, both of them, they in their own right. You can't get rid of
you pick, it's certain musical people you pick between two. Monica, Brandy, Tupac, Biggie,
I mean,
50,
both of them.
Ja
He
Rule.
gave us something that Tupac didn't give us. Monica give us something that Brandy, so it's like, everybody, walking their own lane,
Alright, then, you're right. I guess we should be supporting unity now in this.
UNIT1.
In these times and days, man. We gotta everybody coming together. We have to have a commitment to unity. That's what community is.
Yes.
You like that?
Yes.
Somebody told me that, man. I thought it was inspiring.
See, look, and you just paying it forward.
That's all I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna start our show off with our scripture like we generally do. This scripture today is coming from the book of Psalms.
Amen.
118th Psalms, verse 6. And it reads, "The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me?" I said mere mortals.
That's powerful.
Yep. Given our subject today, it kind of fits right in.
Yeah, and also too that sometimes we give people too much power, and we need to keep the power.
Yeah.
Wow. What people? So dang, we give the power. So when somebody hurt our feelings, or I can't get this, I can't do this, or somebody downing you, giving them the power, saying what you can and cannot do.
All right. So that mean, in light of all the things we're going through, we're talking about the whole, Black Lives Matter movement today. What's going on with my mom? I don't know.
It's all good. This dude, wow.
Warm it up.
Right.
Here we go.
So what I like is in Washington D.C. the street that is straight up down the White House.
Yeah.
They put in big bold yellow letters.
What they put on there?
Black Lives Matter, and they changed the street. That's awesome.
It's a little bit of progress, man. A little bit of progress. It's like I've seen a lot of people who are happy about some things that are being done as far as with Black Lives Matter, but I also see the people who feel like it's not enough. I mean, I can see it on both sides. Like there's recently a commercial with a bunch of white celebrities, actors and stuff like that, and they're all saying, I take responsibility. And I've seen people who had a problem with that.
Well, I saw a video where all these white people got down on their knees in front before a whole bunch of black people, apologizing for what their ancestors, have done and stuff like that, whatever. And I thought that, and they was praying, and I thought that was, it was beautiful a little bit.
It's something,
something, because it's like, no, I did not do this, but I can recognize my privilege. Right. And then somebody else did a video, a black man married to, I guess she was Hispanic or white, and they put their hands up, and it was like, if this happened to you, blah, 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 and he kept putting all his fingers down. And one of the questions, she only had one finger, and it was like, if you didn't understand what privilege is, this is.
That's representation.
Right. So what do you think, why people are really, like, it's all over the world, like Spain, it's everywhere, that George Floyd sparked, because this is nothing new. The difference is we have a camera. Yeah. This is something that we have always had, these trials and tribulations. And now it's just like, another body took a picture of white. He was like, I don't know who grandma and auntie this is, but she was like, I'm sorry about how white men have, treated you. So I'm just wondering now, what's the...
What's the next step? What are we going to do next, or...
it's like now they're fed up. Like before, you came at us if we protest and stuff, but now you got all demographics and races out here protesting, now, where they laid in front of Washington, D.C. on the floor and I can't breathe.
The reason why, the biggest thing I think about is it's an issue of humanity. And now, because that's why there's so many other places around the world protesting this. It's under the heading of Black Lives Matter, but it's really an issue of humanity. It has nothing to do with black. It's the black people now who are not being treated humane. Treat everybody humane. That's what the world is saying now. So it's really tough that we got these.
I think I read something that said that we were all humans until we were, broken up into these different races, political views, sexual preferences, etc. Right. So I don't, you say treat people the way you want to be treated, but that's based on that person, morals.
Experiences.
Yeah, so it's just like I don't understand. There's beauty in everybody, but then even like with our own and stuff, coming at each other, light skin, dark skin, I got people talking about, what's your problem? Like you ain't got to go through nothing, you the house nigga, whatever. Like, who says that? Right. And then, my mother is just as beautiful as you. I wake up with a chocolate queen, all my life. So how are you coming at me this way? And then even my kids sometimes say it, like other people of other race, they know I'm black.
Right.
There's no question.
No question of it. Yeah.
So why am my own treating me a certain way?
It's like the generations themselves. It's like this generation is a little less homophobic than the last generation. It's just a little less, and that's why we have so many more people. I think now the biggest thing as far as we see a lot of whites and blacks and Asians all walking together for this protest. So I mean, as far as even the light skin, dark skin thing, well, I mean, like, what was it back in the school days? Was back in the 80s,
right?
Trying to find something to do, and I mean this generation's a little bit more tolerant because there's a lot more mixed kids and model kids, and the lines are kind of blurred as far as ambiguities for our races. Because you gotta use. That's a lot more people. I feel like I gotta ask. What's your nationality? Because it's not really just black, white, Hispanic anymore. Mm-hmm. So, hopefully that's. a long time. with your kids and whoever may be of the same kind of complexion, that they don't go through that.
Yeah, it's just crazy and stuff. And then the other people that's going through things. It's like when you're trying to be a part, to get that backlash, like, oh, you saying what? I can't because you think because of my complexion that I don't hurt too, that right. This don't affect me too, So like my cousin, he had a thing. I didn't really understand it at first, but he was like another, black man was lynched today. And I just thought, because of Arbery and stuff like that, they considered this a modern day lynch, but not that somebody literally was, lynched, and then they trying to say it's a suicide and stuff, but, a coroner would be able to, or a mortician or whatever, be able to tell somebody because the difference.
Yeah, be able to tell, man. I mean, it's almost like there's a generation that, so as much as I'm saying there's a little generation less, there's that small population of racists who are just going to do everything they can to keep it the way they want to, man. And I think that's probably, it's a shame that they did that to that young man.
So the main thing is, what's our unsolicited advice?
How do we change?
How we change it? The point is, we're all different. Even the walks of our life. If you might not be a mother, but you have a mother. You same thing as a father. You might not have kids, or you might do have kids, or you might be tall, you might be short, you might be big, you might be skinny, or whatever. So we all have some type of differences. And what does that have to do with anything? Either I can do the job, my color, my height, my weight, my sexual preference, or whatever, doesn't change the decency within yourself. And it's decency. Just be a decent human being.
As much as we should.
Have integrity, have self-respect. And even though I might not know what you're going through or whatever, the point is I can have compassion, empathy, sympathy. I have children, so when somebody, loses their child, it's like, I don't know how to walk a mile in your shoes or whatever, but you can
feel it.
I can feel it.
That's the biggest thing I feel as far as like with the pandemic. My prayer is that we just understand the basics of it. At the basis of it all, we all want the best for our people. Like the reason why everybody chose to try to participate as far as staying home and staying safe, because we want to live. We are human. We want to see our families grow. And at the end of the day, we have to, like you said, just have a little bit more decency towards each other.
Right, love. Move in love. And if you see that you have toxic behavior within yourself, get help. You know, people get on your nerves, this, that, and the other, and you don't have to agree with everything or whatever, but you can respect. And if you respect and if you move in love, I think, you know, we'll get it together.
I can agree with that.
So that's our unsolicited advice. Like I said, I'm nobody who's somebody.
And once again, I'm Kevin Johnson. That's just one man's opinion. We'll see you all next time.
Peace.